Welcome to the Loner Ranger Radio Show. My name is Bruce Woodburn, CrossCountry Mortgage. Thank you so much for tuning in to my show today. I know there's a lot of things you could be doing out there. Maybe working in the yard, fixing something. Your wife's got to have you doing something out there. I know. You probably should have taken the garbage out or put the garbage back or fixed that broken sprinkler your neighbor ran over. But maybe you're out looking at houses. I'm going out to look at some houses today out at Trinity Lakes. I'll be out there a little bit, and then I'm going to stop by Eagletail out in Leesburg and see Rita. I was out in Leesburg visiting Eagletail Landing last week, and she drove me through the community. And this is like, Leesburg's great because you still got rolling hills. Like there's no hills in Orlando, right? But when you go out to Leesburg, it's beautiful hills, and they got, lots of green belts around there. So there's lakes around this neighborhood. There's fishing and there's trails and all kinds of things. So if you want to go out and see any of my communities that Trinity Family Builders have, they'll pay your closing costs. They'll do rate buy downs. Go see Rita McGuire out at Eagletail, or Jennifer Miller Carmen, or go see Larry Ayala or Allison Stagg. They're out at Trinity Lakes. And then you can see Sylvie Beltry or Maria out at Trinity Place. And that is out in St. Cloud. So call me at 407-706-3313, 407-706-3313, or Tampa 813-213-4009. On the next break, I'm going to talk about two other builders that cover my Lakeland and down there in Punta Gorda, Charlotte County area. So we'll talk about them as well. In the meantime, we got a lot of stuff to cover here. So let's get started on it, and let's start right away. We got condominiums I want to talk about. We've got down payment assistance that I want to cover. We've got, you name it. We got things happening. We got interest rate. What are interest rates doing? Don't you want to know what interest rates are doing? Okay. We got the Fed meeting that happened last week. So what do you think happened at the Fed meeting? Nothing. Huh? What do we get? We got, come on, man. That's what we got. Come on, man. So, oh yeah, we're going to lower interest rates. No, we're not going to lower interest rates. Well, here's the deal. Inflation's still up. And until inflation comes down, they're not going to lower any interest rates. However, we've seen a couple of weeks of some improvement in interest rates. So right now, I mean, you can get right at 7 or even below 7 in many cases. And with some of my buy down programs, you can get into the 4s and 5% range. So you got to talk to me about buy downs. If you're a seller, you should be talking to me about buy downs as well. Oh, I taught a class here with my friend Tom McNamara and Tom Olson. You guys all know Tom. He has a show here also on WDBO. Taught a class to home buyers and sellers on Tuesday night. If you made it, thanks for coming. If you didn't make it, you missed it. And we covered a lot of things. So ways to buy and sell homes. This is what we do. This is what Tom and I do. This is what the professionals do, and this is what you should be doing as well. If you want to be truly a player in this market, then you got to get in the market, and it's time to buy a home. 407-706-3313 or webringyouhome.com. Why would anybody want to refinance right now? I mean, you think about that. Who would want to refinance when interest rates in the past were in the 3s and now they're in the high 6s or 7s? Why would you do that? Here's who's doing it. And listen to me. If you have debt, and let's just say you got credit card debt, car loans, boat loans, motorcycle loans, whatever you got, let's look at how much equity you have and look at either doing a home equity line of credit to consolidate the debt and get into one low payment, or consolidate it into a refinance. Now, listen, most people are calling me about home equity lines of credit right now because they don't want to touch their fixed rate loan that's at 3%. But I'll just tell you, I had a client, they had a 3.75% fixed rate. Okay. They're paying $1,500 a month on a 30-year mortgage. They'd only been into the mortgage for about 2.5, almost 3 years. Okay. So they got 27 years left on it, almost the whole thing. Right. So, but they had $1,150 worth of car payments, and they had $1,500 worth of other debt, credit cards, dental, plan things that they paid for dental work or some of that nature. And then they wanted about $25,000 to do some home repairs. So I looked at all the numbers. They were paying between their mortgage and all their other debts, their car payments, they were paying over $4,500 for everything. I think it was like $4,700. And then if I gave them a home equity line of credit and they put 25 grand on it, you're going to pay about another $300 a month for that. So that was about $5,000 in total debt, including their mortgage. I looked at the whole thing and I looked at, okay, I can add on to your mortgage debt, give you 25,000, increase your monthly debt by $300 a month. Or I can take the whole doggone thing, I'll combine it into one. You have no car payments, no credit cards, no dental loan. You got $25,000 in your pocket. And I did the whole doggone loan for just over $3,000 a month. Now that saved them $2,000. It was like $1,900 a month. Now they came back and they said, that is a huge savings. I think we're interested, but I'm concerned about, financing my cars that would have been paid off in 7 years over the next 30 years. And I said, well, that's a great point. That's a great point. So you were used to living on paying $5,000 a month in debt. Okay. You were used to doing that. Right now we have 3,000. So you're saving 2,000. If you want to put that $2,000 a month that your savings back into my mortgage, and I ran this calculation, your mortgage will be paid off in about 10 years. And it was actually a little less than 10 years. So now you have no cars, no credit card debt, no home payment. Everything's free and clear in 10 years. Isn't that what you want? Isn't that what you'd like to do? Don't you want to go into retirement debt free? I know I sure as heck do. My name is Bruce Woodburn. I'm the Loan Arranger. You can call me now at 407-706-3313 or 813-213-4009. I'll be in Tampa next week. I love hanging out with my Tampa friends down there. Go out and see Brandon Rhymes. Maybe he'll call in the show. Go out and see Lisa Ripley or Stacy Dillard and all my friends out there. Lindsay Rhymes. Boy, I got some good realtors out there. Chris Thompson, he's a veteran. I've referred a couple of deals, worked a couple of deals with him. Got some great agents out in that Tampa, St. Pete area, Brandon. Then you got my builders out there in Lakeland and my builders down in Punta Gorda, Charlotte County that I work with. They'll pay all your closing costs. There's no reason to not get into a home. So let's move on. Let's talk about what is getting in your way of buying a home. I know what it is. It's interest rates. Okay, that's the monkey in the room, all right? So let's get rid of the monkey in the room. What are we going to do about interest rates? Well, there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. We're just going to have to wait for things to settle, probably get a new government in place. If Biden gets in, I don't expect that the economy is going to get any better. If Trump gets in, I expect the economy is going to get a lot better. And that's just what he's going to do. He's ticked about this economy, and he should be. I'm ticked about the economy. Do you like it? I don't like it. I didn't vote for the moron that can't even walk, but maybe you did, or somebody that did. Whoever voted for him is responsible for what we're in right now. That's the way I look at it. If you voted for Biden, you're responsible for aliens coming across our border. Now, listen, you got to remember, I'm an immigrant to this country. I was not born in the United States. I'm an immigrant. Okay. I did it the right way. I came across legally. I got my green card. Then I got my citizenship. So I can say anything I want about aliens because I was one for many years, many years. So, but I don't believe that what this president is doing is the right thing for our country. Do you? Do you feel good? Like of all my friends that I see that all do pretty well for themselves, none of them are doing great right now, except for one couple, maybe two, and they're attorneys. And so they're going to do well, even in a bad economy, they're going to do well. So, but for most people, everything's more expensive. Groceries are outrageous. Fuel is outrageous. And, I mean, what are we doing? What are we doing? We got to get rid of this guy so we can get things better. And your interest rates will drop. You're going to be happier. You're going to have more money to spend at the end of the month. So let's just help me get rid of Biden so we can get Trump in there and start over. Now, you may not like Trump as a person. To be honest with you, I'm not crazy about him. I think he's a bit of an egomaniac. And I think that, he's got his own thing, right? But I do like his policy and I like what he gets done. So if you can tolerate his Twitters and, him saying silly things that, probably are offensive to a lot of people. But to be honest with you, if my country's running better and I'm making money and you're making money and you're buying homes and selling homes and refinancing and, buying cars and stimulating the economy, we got to spend money to keep our economy going. If we don't spend money, our economy's not going to do a darn thing. We're going to be stale. So what do? That's what we do. All right. Then I want to cover condos a little bit. And so what's going on with condos? Condos are in a world of hurt right now because all the roof claims, they've gone up. Insurance prices have gone up. So all the HOAs are going through the roof. And then they're falling short on their reserves. So they're falling off of the approved list. The condominiums, in order for you to get a condominium and buy one and finance it, if you want traditional financing, like your regular conventional financing or FHA or VA, that condominium complex has to be on the approved list for Fannie Mae, HUD, or VA. If they're not going to do it. Now, I have special programs that help people get into condos that aren't on the approved list. But I will tell you right now, if you are trying to buy a condo or sell a condo, you're having a world of trouble right now. World of trouble. And almost all the condos that I've been looking at have fallen off the approved list, literally fallen off. And that's problematic. So you better learn how to fix that problem. You can call me. I'll tell you how to do it. But then you better get involved in your board of directors or you're going to be in big trouble with that. So condominiums are tough right now. They really are. And then as far as interest rates go, interest rates are, have settled out a little bit. Fed's not going to raise the Fed rate. They're not going to lower the Fed rate until probably around the election, but interest rates have settled. You can get into the sixes now. You really can. That's stirring a lot more people to jump in the market. It's allowing people that are move-up buyers, meaning you already own a home, but you want a bigger or smaller home. It's allowing them to do their move up because they didn't want to go from a 3.5% interest rate to a 7.75% interest rate, but they don't mind going to a 6.75%. So that's why we have more listings that have hit the market recently. If you have questions, you can call the Loan Arranger at 407-706-3313. That's 407-706-3313. You can go to my website and apply for your mortgage in advance if you like, or one of my loan officers will get on the phone. I'll be in the office on Monday. We can talk then. But go to my website and get things started. I'm going to do a soft credit pull, no hard credit pull, soft credit pull to get started. WeBringYouHome.com. Please go to my YouTube channel, Bruce Woodburn, The Loan Arranger, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Friend me on Facebook or Twitter me on the Twitter. I don't know what you do on that. Jeanette does that all for me. She Twitters my account and she Facebooks my account and does all that stuff for me. And I'm the talking head and I do the talking and she does the grunt work and gets it out there for me. I got some classes coming up in June. If you want to get into my wealth building class, why would you go to a wealth building class taught by a 10th grade dropout? Well, you better register and see. It's going to cost you $15 a head to get in. Go to WeBringYouHome.com, go to my events page and register ASAP for that event on June 26th. That is my leapfrog class. I'm going to show you how I made millions in real estate. And this is not a get rich quick class. This is a get rich slow class. So if you want to learn about that, you just have to join my show or my class and we will get you in that class and we'll help you. Be back in 5.